Hi, welcome. I'm Mary and I hook books. I crochet things inspired by books, mostly science fiction, horror, mystery thriller, a little bit of fantasy, and a couple other genres sprinkled here and there. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 5-star books this year that are part of series. So not every 5-star series has a 5-star book in it, and just because I gave a book 5 stars doesn't mean I loved the whole series. But today I'm going to tell you about individual books within series that got 5 stars from me. Away with the Fairies is part of the Phryne Fisher mystery series, and this had everything. Murder, fashion, magazine editing, and pirates. What is not to love? A Scammer Darkly is part of the Rex Nihilo series, and these are all really funny. They're mostly satires on more classic genres and books. This one in particular is a satire of Philip K. Dick, a scanner darkly, as well as a lot of his other works. So this was just so fun picking out those little Easter eggs. Vera Wong's Guide to Snooping on a Dead Man. I love Vera. I would also recommend the audiobook because the narrator just does such a good job of bringing Vera's personality to life. I loved that this was similar enough that you got the vibes of the first book, but it was a different kind of mystery. And it did, I feel, deal with some very sensitive issues very well, so I am incredibly impressed. The downloaded 2 Ghosts in the Machine. I don't even know how to start explaining this. In the first downloaded, we have various people who were put into virtual reality for some reason, and then they get downloaded and find that the world has ended. And we pick up after the first book with the same characters and what we're going to be doing next in our lives. And this book does so much. It explores so many philosophical concepts. It really makes you feel for these characters and their dilemmas. And it's got Brendan Fraser. I hope with this microphone you can't hear my air conditioner, but it's Texas at the end of December, so of course it's like 85 degrees at 9 o'clock at night. So I need that, unfortunately. Hopefully you can't hear it. If you can, I apologize. So the Clown in a Cornfield books are all so good. I did give Friendo Lives, the second in the series, 5 stars. I mean, how do you pick your life up? How do you just go to college and live a normal life after your friends and classmates were slaughtered in a cornfield by people dressed as clowns? The Last to Pie is the 3rd book in the Pies Before Guys series, and each of these books kind of leans into a different subgenre of mystery. They're all kind of cozy, and you have these really great characters, but this one almost leaned into like thriller territory, which was kind of cool to see in a cozy mystery series. Sunrise on the Reaping. I enjoyed all the Hunger Games, but I think this one, recency bias, is my favorite. I read the originals when they came out. I did read A Ballad of Songbird and Snakes and thought it was good, but I thought Sunrise on the Reaping was amazing. I loved and hated to see Haymitch's story, and just because you know it's a tragedy, but you don't know how tragic. My last 5-star as part of a series this year was Dogs of War. Adrian Tchaikovsky tends to be a 5-star or a DNF author for me, and I'm really glad I enjoyed this one. Doggies fighting in war. Like, it's always been a little, thanks kitties, a little morally questionable. But it gets even more morally questionable when you give them almost human intelligence. So we have bees and dragons and bears and dogs that we have given this intelligence to, and we sent them to war. And Rex wants nothing more than to just be a good boy. It explores so much in such a way, and I normally avoid things that tug on my heartstrings, but this got me misty-eyed. I love Rex, and he's a very good boy. So those were the books that I read this year that got 5 stars from me, that were parts of series. And what series are you in the middle of? I have a really big video coming up talking about my series check-in for the year. And it's hard because you don't know, is it going to be worth it to jump into a series? So let me know what series you have found that just keep getting better or stay the same, or at least don't drop off on book 3, you know? And as always, please do the YouTubies, like, share, subscribe. It's been really great seeing my channel kind of grow in the last few months. So hi, welcome, so glad to have you. And I want you to take care of yourselves, get some rest, drink your water, eat a vegetable, take a walk outside, do something to feed your soul, and remember, shoulders back, heads up, and breathe.